what's going on? This is your boy Meatless Bacon, and I've got some things to talk to you today about, specifically in relation to just life and practical experiences. I feel like most times we really do get caught up in our jobs and, some things in life that we honestly forget to actually understand what our own purpose is outside of work, outside of hustling. And one thing I can tell you is that from my experience, you find that time to yourself to like wind down and to truly understand the importance of just clarity of mind. And that is not having anybody think for you but yourself. Not even your family, not your friends, nobody but yourself thinking for you. And most times when you accomplish that, you'll find yourself in a suitable, adequate position to just be very fixed and, should I say, prepared for some of the life circumstances that may come your way. I'm just telling you from practical experience, right? Like, life, some days you'll have decent days, some days you'll have bad days, that's life. Life as we speak, it's not what our parents kind of told us it was. So once you get the grasp on that and you start really seeking truth and knowledge, you really understand that you are in control. There is nobody in your life to blame for anything. Alright? I don't care who hurt you. You permitted that person to do that. And you're in control right now to turn your life around and to tell people, no, you can't walk over me like that. So this is what I'm trying to instill to people, especially young people. I want you guys to grasp the importance of just being very grounded, of first of all just understanding who you are as a person and knowing that you don't have to work a job you don't like. Life is too short, like so many people don't realize the importance of just not valuing what other people say or think of you. Once you do that, you really understand how much clarity and how much food for thought, how much leverage you give yourself, because you don't feel the need to compromise your beliefs and your experience. You really only get this life once. And I don't mean to sound dark. I don't want that to sound like a dark thing. That should sound like a good thing. You should be on your grind, right? You can get that job. You can make your dream happen. You can become that musician. There's only one thing stopping you. And it's the same thing that stopped me. That outside judgment, that concern for how you view other people is seriously holding you back from greatness. And I must tell you that in all honesty, because you won't ever find yourself happy in life until you learn to just silence those voices from other people that don't mean you anything. And that's the truth. It's nothing. It actually means nothing. What somebody thinks about you in their mind is not a reflection of reality. It has nothing to do with anything going on in your present life. The only person living through your life as we speak is you. And once you understand that, you truly put yourself in an adequate position to just learn the importance of just being happy. The goal isn't to be wealthy. Yeah, I understand you gotta pay your bills, you gotta provide a roof over your head. And by the way, I'm speaking to you guys now, and girls, and everybody watching this. I'm speaking to you as adults because I know you're mature. I know you guys are mature now, right? So you can hear this advice. And please don't take what I said regarding you won't be here for a while for too much heart. I mean that in the sense that you have your whole life ahead of you, and you can extend so much if you just really understand what is it do you want to do. We're not living in the 70s, okay? Your parents are educating you based on what they learned in the 70s. You go on your parents' feed right now, okay? Who are they following on social media? It's our generation, right? They're not going by the 70s, but they're still adopting that philosophy of send your child to college, right? Alright, I'm gonna give you some game on college too, okay? I think that's the best thing I can do. I think it's the best thing I can do. So, there's nothing wrong with school. I think everybody's got mixed feelings on school. I'm a personal advocate for people actually getting their education and making sure that they can secure their finances. I think that's very important. And I don't see anything wrong with gaining some sense of security and even getting the necessary qualifications. What I have a problem with is when you go to school to party, to have a good time. Yeah, I understand you want to have a good time, which is good. You deserve to. Take yourself out every now and then, but every week, like you have all these high school kids living for the weekend. And I'm just wondering, like, what purpose does that serve? What does that do for anybody? What are you doing for your life celebrating accomplishments that haven't even been reached yet? So many people right now in school are so unsure of what they want to do. And most of that is due to the fact that parents are actually pressuring their kids, right? They're pressuring their kids to get a degree, go to school. And most times from the stories that I understand, parents view their kids as kind of like something or someone that they can brag about. They just want to be able to brag about what their kids do, but they don't actually listen to their kids. I know the stories, right? I know there are many situations where kids are just so unsure of where they're gonna end up. Because as the current job market speaks, right, we don't have enough leverage. Like I keep telling you, this is not the 70s. But I will give you some advice, right? Just know what you like to do. Believe me when I say this. Believe me when I say this. If you know what you like to do, there is nothing in the world that you will not be able to do. I hope that makes sense. You just have to be happy. So many people, I feel, are just so concerned about pleasing their parents. You don't want to drop out of school, but deep down inside you don't like your major, but you're concerned about what your parents will say to you. I've been there before. And I'm telling you right now, if you take that with you to your retirement days, and once again, when I speak of old age, I speak of it as a good thing. I'm hoping you all retire wealthy. Some of you may never retire. I'm hoping that you actually gain a sense of peace. And I'm hoping that you can actually accomplish your goals, sit back and just, you know, sip your tea or, you know, whatever you like. I just feel like most times we don't have the right vision because we're too busy living through somebody else's vision. And it's dangerous. It's so bad. You gotta take that risk when you can. And sometimes that risk involves you just being a little bit more flexible with the world. You can't always live to please people. People are always gonna complain. They're always gonna have something to say. Trust me. Trust me. They'll always have something to say. There's nothing stopping anybody from speaking a moment of their opinion. One day they'll tell you the weather's too hot. Next day they'll tell you the weather's too cold. And at the end of the day, you can never please people. When you get to that point in life and you understand that people's words will just be words, you will never feel the need to compromise. And this is the beginning of an exciting journey, and it's a lonely journey. I'm gonna warn you at the start. Like, you obviously you're not doing what people please you to do. They can't use you, and they're gonna start withdrawing and saying all sorts of things. But You gotta stick with it. It's a long-term journey, people. It's a long-term journey. There is no cheat around this path in life. If you can just understand that and grasp that, I think you really will focus on the best things that are to come. Okay? My advice to all of you watching this right now, or even listening to me as we speak, just be a bit more understanding. Understand that, you know, a lot of people, more than you think, a lot of people are unhappy, okay? I'm not telling you to take into account their feelings. I'm just telling you to understand. People are overworked, they're stressed, they're facing borderline health issues. And there's nothing you can do personally to save them. Now, what you can do is you can work on your life. What you can do is you can lead by example. I keep telling you, that generation that told you go to college, get a degree, work a 9 to 5, that method is expired, and the reason it's expired is because we have the internet. We've been given information on the internet, okay? You have top universities, some of the best universities in the world, and I don't need to name them. They are posting their lectures. They are posting courses for free. They are writing books, okay? There is so much opportunity out there on the internet. And once you understand how to use the internet, that will be your #1 tool for effective brand growth, for just overall personal growth, for education, for business. You can do anything. The internet is your friend. And once you really acknowledge that power, you really understand that everything I'm saying in this will eventually manifest as such and be according to plan. The internet doesn't care about the people who are criticizing you. The internet will only want to hear your voice or receive the information necessary to make sure that we can all learn and grow. Okay? So understand that from your honest perspective, and don't ever feel the need to compromise. Don't ever in your life. I promise you. The people who are criticizing you, they're criticizing you because they want something out of you. If they want really on their thing, okay? If they were as sharp as they propose themselves to be, as they're assertive on your life, they would not need to be pressing forward with these issues. They would not need to be pressing you for your life, right? You're in no position, absolutely no position, to be focused on anybody who's not you, right? Let them call you selfish, let them say what they want, let them talk. But at the end of the day, the only voice that will ever matter is yours.